can take you higher.
Yes!
To a place where blind men see.
Welcome to the fight of your life. Are you willing to die to shine? Nobody is taking us down. We are here for the crown of sound.
Welcome to the Power Hour on Axis TV, your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
And it's Katie Babs.
And we've got an incredible show for you tonight. 3 great guests. We've got Creed joining us, Joe Satriani, and of course, Noah Sebastian of Bad Omens.
And of course, we will be counting down the top 10 videos according to you.
Plus, 5 brand new videos this week that we cannot wait to debut for you that you get to vote great, good, okay, or not for me.
QR code, people. Don't forget about it.
Last week, the #1 video that you voted for was from the Beatles, believe it or not. Now and Then. Let's take a quick look at a snippet of that.
All right, that was the Beatles with Now and Then. Speaking of classic rockers, here's a brand new one, a little snippet from Ace Frehley, 10,000 Volts.
I'll never give up or slow down. I gotta believe that she's out there for me. I can see her in my mind. She hits me like 10,000 volts.
There's a little sneak peek of Ace Frehley for you here on the Power Hour. And Josh, I think we got some news today, don't we?
We got music news, and it is lethal. Sonic Temple Festival has announced their 2024 lineup, and it is devastating. It is stacked like a brick shithouse. You will not believe it. Guys, look at this lineup. I'm blown away. Disturbed, The Misfits, Pantera, Slipknot. This place just got heavy.
Exactly, and Judas Priest, Falling in Reverse, Royal Blood. I mean, it's the gamut. There's so many different
Bungle, Sleep Token.
Something for everyone and of every age.
Guys,
on this
I
festival.
mean, if you look even closely, I see a little Tim Montana hiding in there too.
Tim Montana's
Well, really-
gonna be ripping shit up at Sonic Temple.
And we're going to go see a set. We have to.
Oh, obviously.
Well, guys, tickets will be on sale soon. Pre-sale. Get them before they're all gone, because they will be gone. That's the hottest ticket in town. I can't wait to see everybody in Columbus, Ohio. My favorite festival.
It's mine too. Anyway, what is the second bit of news, Josh? About our
This one, this piece of news, you could believe it if you want to, but Kiss has announced and performed their final show, and I think they waited all of 3 minutes before they announced that they're going to be coming back as digital avatars. But pretty cool, and obviously the guys performed, and it was incredible, and a lot of rock and roll royalty was in the room that night.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been going to see these guys during this tour, whether it's Tool in Montreal, but a lot of people showed up for the final show. They really only changed one song since they did the DWP festivals.
When you were a little kid, you got to go to their first farewell show. What was that like?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I have this soft spot in my heart for Kiss because not only was I one of the people who was instrumental in getting MTV to agree to do the Unplugged, then Gene hired me to narrate their Second Coming documentary about the reunion with the original members. And I was in that A&E one with Tom Morello and Dave Grohl, right? They only brought 3 talking heads in. But they gave me a childhood dream. I got to sing with Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, and Gene Simmons. Paul was late to rehearsal, and Gene goes to me, "Oh, you sung in bands? You want to have a go?" And I did 100,000 Years, Rock Bottom, and Do You Love Me with 3 original members of Kiss, and no one has ever done that ever before other than myself. Out of rehearsal space,
Okay.
I don't want to break
all
Matt's
right.
heart, but they thought he was a Make-A-Wish child. and that's why they did that. That's so nice. A lot of people know about Gene and Paul's charity work that they do. Well, guys, obviously, congrats to Kiss, and we'll see you, I guess, next week. But guys, it's also time now for Jolly Time news. Now, this is really jolly news. This is news probably I don't think many people would have expected would ever happen, but Ozzy Osbourne has safely turned 75 years old. Happy birthday.
Yes, we love it.
Bravo, Ozzy, our Lord and Savior, the Prince of Darkness, 75, and he's celebrating by smoking weed again.
Katie's smoking weed now. What's that all about? I don't know why I'm asking you, but what's with all that weed talk?
You know, the devil's lettuce, it just gets you, man.
Most people thought that Ozzy wouldn't be around, but you know, look, Keith Richards is still here and all the Ramones have passed away. So it's like, or all the originals. you know, you just never know. But Ozzy, a lot of people feel is semi-indestructible, although he's dealing with a lot of health issues right now. And there are people saying the doubt that he'll ever actually tour again. But we're hoping we can get him to do a residency somewhere, Vegas, LA, I don't know.
It will come. It will come with
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But moving on to our new music videos of the week. What do we got, Matt?
Bruce Dickinson from the band Iron Maiden, who joined the band back in 1982 for Number of the Beast. He hasn't made a solo record in 18 years. He's got one coming out in the new year called the Mandrake Project. And this is the first video from it. It's called Afterglow of Ragnarok. There's our first new video this week. Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden and Afterglow of Ragnarok. Speaking of Iron Maiden and Bruce Dickinson, Josh, you've been involved in the creation of both the graphic novels that go along, that one with this new album coming out, Mandrake Project, and you also did the one for Peace of Mind.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's been incredible working with those guys, and I can't tell you how exciting this Mandrake Project is with Bruce. And so much of the comic itself comes to life in that video you just saw, Afterglow of Ragnarok. So stay tuned and hit your local comic book stores for more Mandrake Project.
I love it. Well, moving on to our second new music video of the week. It's from my friends in Set It Off, and this is one of the first independent singles they have released. We got a music video for Punching Bag.
Say goodbye to your Mr. Nice Guy. You got your wishes right in your head. I'm up all night when you think I'm sleeping. People pleasing's never good for your health. Fuck yourself.
There you have it, Set It Off with Punching Bag. I absolutely love that song, but when we come back, we still got 3 brand new videos to show you.
Plus, the top 10 videos is counted by you.
And Joe Satriani, the guitar legend, will be joining us next, right here on the Power Hour. Welcome back to the Power Hour, your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
And it's Katie Babs.
And our next video, the third one of the day, comes from the band from San Diego, POD. They get some help from the singer Tatiana from the Ukrainian band Ginger. Check this one out. It's called Afraid to Die.
Are you afraid to die?
Not this week,
Well,
but
speaking of which, neither is Ace Frehley, who's still living, kicking, breathing, and he's filled with 10,000 volts of this new video.
Ace Frehley with 10,000 volts.
well, you know what? He didn't get to sing, of course, with Kiss or be brought up on stage for that farewell show. Some of the fans were very upset about it, but he's got a new album coming out right in the new year, and it's also called 10,000 Volts.
I love it. Well, our last video of the week comes from this awesome band, very industrial, Three Teeth. Matt, I know that you know a bunch about them.
Yeah, these guys consider themselves a combination of Tool, Nine Inch Nails, and Rammstein. And of course, this is a cover of Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Well, there's your last new music video of the week, but I think we have someone in the waiting room.
That's right. Now we've got the incredible guitarist who's been busy, I guess, since he started teaching people how to play guitar. A lot of rock stars that you know, and then he's had so many great things happen over the years and continues to. He's amazing, and his name is Joe Satriani. Joe, how are you today?
I'm doing good this morning. How are you?
I notice you have some guitars behind you there on the right. How many guitars do you have in your collection?
We kind of swell between maybe 175 and 250, and then once it gets above that, I start giving them away. It's a lot of charity.
Yeah, the last couple of years has seen you. You are that go-to guy when, Deep Purple or Mick Jagger or someone, Sammy Hagar needs the best guitarist in the world. They call the Satch hotline and call up Joe. Now, a couple years back, you did the great project Chickenfoot with Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony, and Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And now you're back out with Sammy and Michael. You're going to be doing a bunch of great tributes to Eddie Van Halen. What songs have you personally enjoyed playing? Because I imagine you were, friends, contemporaries, and I'm sure, like the rest of us, heard Eruption for the first time and probably shocked you.
I have the weirdest favorites, of Van Halen, like the older stuff, like House of Pain or I Hear About It Later. I don't know why I love that song so much, but I love playing that song. And I think I've got those Van Halen guitars are back there behind the other cases. They've got to get worked on. I don't know how Eddie kept those things in tune. So when you really deep in, you get into it, you can learn the fingering and there's so much great instruction out there on the web. So you can really figure out what he did. But then when you go to play it, you realize that thing that was Eddie was the main ingredient. And so you have to do, I think, adapt the attitude that you're part of the audience and you're going to celebrate with the audience the legacy of Eddie and the band Van Halen. This is something I learned sitting in my childhood home teaching a 12-year-old Steve Vai. That was when I came face to face, and I was just, 14 going on 15 at the time. But that's when it hit me, like they're going to be kids coming along, knocking on your door, who have more in their hands than you do, and they're going to be able to go further. So get used to it, that you're always the student, even though you're playing and being a teacher right now. Each person really has these unique talents they bring, and they excel at it. And you might be able to get close, but you can never really replicate a unique talent's essence, and those pure talents that they have. We always talk about it, like, we walk off stage at a G3 concert and everybody turns to the next guy and says, how did you do that thing in that song? You got to show me that. And then the next night we wind up stealing each other's licks just to sort of check it out. But of course, what you realize right away is that, everyone has these unique gifts, and you can come close, and it's fun to do, but you really can't imitate somebody 100%.
Is there a guitar player out there that you admire a lot, but you've never had the opportunity to maybe meet or work with?
Yeah, there's so many. I came literally like this close to Jimmy Page one night at an award show in London, and I was just so starstruck and nervous. I didn't I couldn't figure out, do you tap him on the shoulder?
Yeah.
Give me Mr. Page, but I'd love to play with Jimmy Page. He's just like one of those genius players, fearless improviser, composer, producer. He's one of those guys that has always delivered 100%.
With the Best of All Worlds tour, and of course you have a long-standing relationship and friendship and brotherhood with Sammy Hagar, but David Lee Roth, being invited on the tour, has agreed to say that he'd do some shows. What's the latest status of that, and how do you feel about that? Do you think it's going to be exciting to have both singers again? Do you think they'll get along for a while?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I wasn't, paying attention back when they did the Sam and Dave thing, so I missed all the fun and all the drama. I don't know Dave that well. We've spoken on the phone quite a bit in the last few years, but I can't say I know him, and I know Sam, like a brother. So knowing Sam the way I do, that he doesn't hold a grudge. I mean, he puts things aside and extends, an olive branch every single time. You know what I mean? So he's always into building bridges. So I think that the invitation is sincere. And as a fan of Van Halen, like the rest of us, wouldn't that be the craziest thing in the world to see Dave walk on stage?
You mentioned earlier you're going to be going out on this incredible tour. Plus, you also announced tour dates with your former student and buddy Steve Vai as well. So guitar fans are going to have such a treat in the future getting to see this man perform again live. And I've seen you play many times before. It's always a delight. And I hope you can come back here and join us on the show soon. But Joe, we can't thank you enough for being here on the Power Hour, and we hope to see you back soon. Good luck on the tour.
Thank you. Hopefully next time I get to come to the studio and hang out with you guys.
He was such a nice guy. I can't believe you're not related to him, Matt.
I might be.
Well, when we come back, our top 10 countdown begins.
And we'll have Creed and Noah Sebastian from Bad Omens coming up as well.
All that and more on the Power Hour right here on Access TV. Don't you dare move.
Dr. Satriani, love you. Thank you so much again. Thank you for bringing my eyesight back to where it needed to be.
Yes, now you can see the world like the rest of us.
Welcome back to the Power Hour, your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
And it's Katie Babbs.
Our next guest is the lead singer of the incredible band Bad Omens. His name is Noah Sebastian, and we had the pleasure of catching up with him recently at Louder Than Life, where he told us many things, including his love of Cher.
We are the Power Hour. Of course, I'm Katie Babbs.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
And I'm Matt Pinfield, and we are sitting here with Noah Sebastian of Bad Omens. Noah, what's up?
What's up?
Just Pretend, right? Went #1 active rock, went #1 alternative. I mean, you guys have crossed over like nobody else recently.
Yeah.
And you guys have had the most incredible year.
It's pretty crazy to be a part of. I kind of just try to block it all out, you know, and just operate the same way I've always operated, because that's what brought us to this point. So I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know, and that includes like the ego and all that other stuff that's attached to success and whatnot.
It's honestly so amazing to see like how crazy you guys have blown up and how everyone knows who Bad Omens are now.
Yeah.
And I heard that you guys are currently working on 2 records.
That is true.
Okay, why not 1? Why is it 2? Give us the deets.
One of them is essentially, you could call it like the deluxe for the Death of Peace of Mind, but we're trying to make it cooler than just like a deluxe where it's a re-release with like 2 new songs. We're doing a bunch of new original music that are all like a collaboration of some sort, whether it's a feature or like a co-producing thing. And then we're doing some remixes, like a stripped down version or 2 of some songs, and just kind of getting weird and experimental with it in a way that's like, so people understand it's not like our new music. It's not like 4th record music, but it's just like stuff that ideas that didn't make this record, or just fun experience. Like even there's like a couple like instrumental tracks that almost feel like movie score. Like just fun stuff, and we're trying to make it like the soundtrack to the Concrete Jungle universe.
Do you do it at your house? You do, right? You guys have your studio and you guys all just go in there and
Yeah. Sometimes we rent or work in like other studios and stuff. Like the Madden offices have like a cool studio we work at sometimes.
Yeah,
but,
Zach Servini, you know those guys?
yeah, he's in there. He's next door to the one we use.
Yeah.
But we kind of just like working at our house the most, honestly. We're just comfortable there.
Yeah,
Do you do your drums there, or do you do them elsewhere?
That is the one place that's the one thing we don't do there. We rent a room and have an engineer come and do all that stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
so you get that full sound.
drums are a whole different monster. That's like the one thing you can't do at your house.
We were also admiring your Cher shirt that you have on today. It's spectacular.
Yeah. There's actually some deep lore with this shirt. A fan gave it to me at a VIP recently on the tour we're on, and I saw Cher when I was younger, and this shirt looks familiar. I don't know if this was the tour I saw, but there are Virginia dates on the back.
Oh, so you're like maybe.
And there is a chance this is the one I saw, and they didn't even realize that, because it's
So
like
they
an
just
old
knew
shirt.
that you were a Cher
It's like
fan and brought it for you?
2003 or something. It's like a tour from back then, and that was like around the time it would have been.
No way.
So I think this might be the tour I saw, and like I don't even know for sure.
That's insane. You got
But-
some vintage Cher on you. Some
Yeah.
20-year-old Cher on you.
She's been rocking 7 decades. That would be.
Yeah.
Isn't that like something everybody acquires?
I'm actually a big fan of Cher and the way she sings and like her voice. It probably isn't obvious, but there's some songs like The Death of Peace of Mind where I kind of like, I feel like I embody that cadence where it's like, so to me it's like, it's almost like a masculine bravado that she has. It's like a husk, and it kind of reminds me of David Draymond. That's probably a really jarring comparison, but the way she sings kind of reminds me of that, where it's like mighty. And but I like the feminine touch to that, because I'm not like super into like the like Viking, you know, like tough guy kind of sound. So
there's a mix there.
yeah, so I kind of like try to split the difference in this weird kind
Bad
of like.
Omens inspired by the lovely Cher. Who
You know,
would
it's
have
funny,
knew?
if you listen to, I'm a big Sonny and Cher fan, and it's the roles are reversed, right? She has the husky male voice of sorts, and Sonny's he's sort of up above, like hey, you know, beat goes on, and she's got this sort of husky voice underneath. So, I mean, do you believe in love after love? Is my main question.
Do you believe?
Life after love. I also have another weird Cher fact. It's not a fact
Go
at all,
on.
but you know, like when you're little and like you kind of like you're so young, you like misremember things or like associate things with things that didn't happen. You know, for the longest time until I was like probably 17, I thought that Life After Love, or Believe, the song is called, was in the credits of the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Wait, what?
I know.
How does that even piece
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the mind. That's crazy. How that's the child's mind.
Before you came in here, I was talking to Matt. And we were talking about how he always goes, ah! And I compared him to Gollum, and I said he could be in the remake.
Yes,
So
I'm-
it's really weird
Oh,
that you
Gollum
just
in
brought
here.
up Lord of the Rings, because I was
a
saying
lot
that
of
Matt could be in the
Tolkien vibes.
I'm
remake.
trying to get that part actually.
We were also talking about Limp Bizkit. You're excited to see Limp Bizkit today.
I am.
Are we going to be rocking out to a lot of chocolate starfish, hot dog flavored water?
If they let us watch from side stage, sometimes they do, sometimes
I'm
they
going
don't.
to front of house, man.
you
I'm
know?
getting full view.
Maybe I'll
there.
just say it and go to front. That's getting harder for me to do at Fest, which sucks because
Yeah, 'cause
I
you're
really.
so-
I saw this in the news. I think earlier this week, our friend Jose did a great interview with Demi Lovato, and she was asked, you know, who would you like to duet with in the music space? And her answer is Bad Omens. What is it? What is it like hearing something like that from like that side of the world?
Like knowing that we're, I guess somehow, I don't want to say infiltrating that space, but like being put on the radar in such a way that even like, you know, stars of that caliber are even aware of our band, which is great. It makes me wonder like who else is out there that would blow my mind and maybe is like a Bad Omens fan or,
Dude, get her on
I bet there's a
chat
lot.
and get
I
her-
bet there's a lot.
you
Her
know.
pig squeals are insane. She did it on video, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'll have
Like
to
she
reach
can
out.
actually scream. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you could create a metal band. Like, get on a Bad Omens.
I'll have to
track.
reach
She would
out.
do it.
Maybe the Concrete Forever. Maybe the Deluxe.
happen.
Oh, heard it here first.
Manifesting.
Demi Lovato's gonna be collaborating with Noah and Bad
Manifesting.
Omens.
Yeah, let's start that rumor right now.
Let's do it.
With a special verse from Cher.
Yes.
Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
I think it's time for some jolly time, this or that, on the
This or that.
Power Hour.
I love it. Well, no, this is the part of the show where we're gonna ask you this or that. You're gonna have some Sophie's choices in your life here. We're gonna ask you some very tough questions, and we're gonna see how you fare. So the first one here is Limp Bizkit or Korn.
I'm going Limp Bizkit.
Tequila or vodka?
I don't drink anymore, but I'll go tequila.
Good for you. Good for you, Noah. Last time I saw you, that was not the case.
Spirit Box or The Cure?
That's so random.
It is.
I'm going Spirit Box because The Cure has, they've done it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And you love a new band? And
Yeah, I
you're
love new
excited.
bands. I
Is
like
she great?
supporting new bands, and
Courtney's amazing, right?
Courtney is awesome. Yeah, Courtney's very
love
cool.
that.
We're tight with them.
This is a classic one. Star Trek, Star Wars. There can only be one.
Star Wars, easy.
Music or podcasts?
That feels like a betrayal, to be honest.
Honestly,
say.
I like asking musicians this because it's really hard for me to listen to podcasts because I do radio, and it's kind of annoying to me sometimes. Like I don't like listening to that stuff. So
Well,
for a musician, I'm like,
I
maybe it's
benefit a lot
different.
from podcasts because I just like I like conversation and like developing the way I articulate and like my vocabulary and things like that. So it's nice to like witness conversations from smart people and stuff. But I'm
So
going
you're
music.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
All
music.
right.
Still going music.
Large crowd or a small party?
Small party, easy.
Ah, okay.
More intimate.
What about if you're performing? Large crowd or small party?
That's tough. I'm probably a large crowd.
All
Yeah.
right.
You gotta be.
There you have it.
We're louder than
Noah
life.
Sebastian
Noah
of Bad
Sebastian.
Omens doing jolly time, this or that.
He has survived. No, we can't thank you enough for being here. Congratulations on all the ongoing success. We're proud of you, and we can't wait to
Sure,
see
I'll
the journey
see y'all
continue.
next time.
Yes. There's our interview with Noah Sebastian of Bad Omens, and I really want to steal that shirt from him.
If I could turn back time, if I could find some way, do you believe in love after love?
I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now.
you are going to win the karaoke contest on the Creed Cruise.
Thanks so much.
Drums keep pounding rhythm to the brain.
Okay, we are moving on to our top 10 countdown as voted by you.
At number 10 this week, it's Tommy Hendrickson from Alice Cooper's band and Hollywood Vampires and his project Crossbone Scully. This is their new video for I'm Unbreakable.
I'm unbreakable. Crash land. Yeah, you. Will you be the last one standing?
All right, that was at the number 10 slot. That was Crossbone Scully. But at number 9, coming in hot, is the boys from LA, Dirty Honey, in this number 9 video.
Taking me alive. Won't leave me out to dry. I'll tell you like I said before. I never asked to start a war, but now you know that I'd rather die. You won't take me alive.
There you have it, the number 9 video from Dirty Honey. When we come back, the top 10 countdown continues.
Coming up, our chat with the reunited Creed and where would the Beatles land on our list.
Find out next on the Power Hour right here on Access TV. Welcome back to the Power Hour here on Access TV. We are your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
I'm Josh Bernstein.
And I'm Katie Babbs.
And we're going to pick up our top 10 countdown right now with this incredible metal queen from Germany, getting some help from Rob Halford. Of course, the king of heavy metal himself, doing a classic from Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart. You put it this week at number 8.
Turn around. That's right. That was the last one from Doro Pesch and Rob Halford. But coming up next is the shirtless wonder himself, Caleb Shomo, and the guys in Beartooth with Might Love Myself.
Chemistry's changing, emotions rearranging. I'm out of my cage, breaking my spell. Think I might love myself.
Moving up 2 spots this week, Beartooth with Might Love Myself at number 7. But coming up next, it's our dudes in Papa Roach. We love the Roaches, and this is their single, Leave a Light On.
Through the long nights, I will be right there for you if you drift too far. I'll leave a light on for you.
At number 6 this week, that's the latest from Papa Roach from their album Ego Trip and Leave a Light On.
You know, if you leave a light on, then you could avoid seeing roaches. If you flip a light on, then they're going to scurry.
Oh, they sure will. Yeah, some of them are fearless, though. Up next, we've got Green Day, and this song is from their forthcoming album, Saviors. It'll be out in January. Here is The American Dream is Killing Me at number 5.
We are not home. Are we not home? Goddamn, I am so grateful. Forever faithful to the American dream is killing me. The American dream is killing me.
All right, that was Green Day with The American Dream is Killing Me, but coming at number 4, debuting this week, is the brand new song from Grammy-nominated artist and our good friends, Spirit Box.
There are stranger things I've heard on the outside, separated by an open door. I find it hard to reach the end of my timeline, salivating 'cause I walked in more. Is this the end or is this the beginning?
Power Hour, you definitely made your voices heard on that one, debuting at number 4 this week, Spirit Box. Amazing. I love it. Fellow Canadians right there. But when we come back, we're talking with Creed.
Oh my God. Plus, the top 3 songs of the week as voted by you.
It's all coming up on the Power Hour right here on Access TV as we take you higher. Welcome back to the Power Hour here on Access TV, your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
This is Josh Bernstein.
It's Katie Babs.
Guys, I think our next guests are here. Now, this has been building for years and years and years, but the hottest reunion in the world, it can't even be contained by land. It's going to happen at sea, but we're going to be involved with it. Yeah. That's right. Scott Stapp, Mark Tremonti, the reunited Creed.
Can you take me higher to a place where I might see?
It's Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti of Creed. Good to see you guys.
What's happening? What's up?
Yeah!
Just such great news that you guys are back together and playing and ready to do this incredible tour of over 40 dates after the 2 cruises, which, by the way, sold out faster than any cruise in rock history.
Speak for myself, but I didn't know how people would react after it's been 10 years since we've hit the road. So it was great to see everybody's so excited about it, and we're pumped.
I have no experience with cruises or rock cruises, music cruises, so I didn't know much about it. And so when the guys told me that it was going so fast and it was, way more than normal and people were excited about it and they were selling out, I was pumped, man, and just overwhelmed with how warm we've been received for this comeback.
Everything else started turning up Creed as well, right? And we have to obviously address the incredible World Series champion Texas Rangers, who embraced your music and used it almost as a fight song and inspiration. And my understanding is the team never lost again once they started using your music.
Well, I hate to be negative, but they did lose 3 in a row when we came out to the game. I think they did go 9-0 in the playoffs once they, kind of made the announcement. And that was, I think, something that shocked everybody. And then went on to win the World Series. So, man, what an incredible ride, and to be a part of it and actually go to a game, hang out with the guys, have our kids hang out with each other. I mean, it was an incredible experience.
I don't know if you saw the most recent news. Speaking of New Jersey, I'm from a town in New Jersey called Maplewood. Our proudest current citizen is a lovely young artist named SZA. And SZA has publicly come out and said, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about, Creed is this music's amazing.
It was, we actually texted about this, Mark and I, after we got the news. And, the coolest thing about it for me, aside from her being just such a critically acclaimed, talented songwriter, and what is her Grammy nominations? I mean, I think she has like 9, and already won. Yeah. She's already won 5. I mean, she's just such a talented artist. And, for her to come out and kind of give her stamp on us, it was special, and I think what made it even more special is when my daughter Milan found out about it, because again, that makes Dad the cool guy in the house. Aside from just being shocked that she even knew who the band was, getting that reaction from my daughter and seeing her light up and go, "No way, Dad, really?" was the coolest part for me, aside from getting a nod from a peer.
I thought it was amazing. Like Scott said, it made me cool for my kids. My kids were like, do you know how big she is? She's a massive artist. She sells out 5 O2 arenas in a row and multiple Madison Square Gardens. I think my kids are like, she works with Travis Scott and this person and that person. And to them, they're the coolest. They're the biggest rock stars on the planet, right now. So,
I mean, one thing that's been incredible for me is walking into my daughter's room and not knowing how huge of a Mark Tremonti fan she was. And she's sitting there with her Les Paul, and she's shredding playing Tremonti licks. And I'm looking at my daughter and I'm like, no way, are you kidding me? And she goes, yeah, I love Mark, Dad. He's awesome. And so to see that and to bond with her over that, and her learning Creed songs, and, of course, being more focused on what Mark's doing than her own dad. She thinks Mark
so cool.
She thinks Mark is so cool.
That's awesome.
So that's been incredible. And then just, going to concerts with my daughter, like Lana Del Rey was, I think, the last one we went to. And just bonding over that and seeing her love for music and connecting with that, and seeing her love for the arts is awesome.
There's been a lot of attention recently paid to your halftime show from many, many years ago as sort of the definitive, like the pinnacle of where a halftime show could go. I now see shirts being made and whatnot. Like, there's so much going on. Can you guys explain what was happening at this show? Because it's one of these things that has only aged better throughout time. And I watch it, and it's beautiful chaos.
That was Matt flying through the air, by the way.
Of course it was.
At the time, I don't think we had any idea what was going on around us. At least for myself, just focused on performing and making sure we could hear everything properly and trying to deliver, on national television. But in hindsight, looking back, I mean, what a creative, imaginative mind created that production and had those ideas. And if we ever try to recreate that, Matt, you are definitely the guy that's going to be flying.
I want to do it. I have zip-lined across the whole crowd at Rock in Rio. They have
you have to soar, though. You have to put the arms out.
I jumped out of a plane at 14,000 feet.
Can you do it on the
You're
cruise?
ready. You're ready.
I can do it, yeah. I can do it on the cruise, too. Maybe we'll set up a zip line there or something. We're having some fun.
Well, finally, before you guys go, we do a thing every week called Jolly Time This or That, where we ask hard-hitting questions of all of our guests. We want to do one that is cruise-based. Speedos or jorts? What is more appropriate on the Creed cruise?
Always jorts.
Yeah, I'll have to go with jorts.
All cruise ships are fitted with a buffet and a gym. What is your choice?
How about you just go ahead and eat in the gym?
Yeah, we got to have both.
Swimming in the cruise pool or the ocean?
Don't ever swim in the cruise pool. Don't ever swim in that pool. That's the nastiest pool I would never swim in the cruise pool.
I wouldn't know. Mark has the experience on the cruises. I wouldn't know. I didn't swim in the pool when I took my family on a cruise. So I prefer the ocean when the boat's docked.
I think if you did a study and you took a camera and you filmed everybody in that pool, you'd see people never leave that pool in 5 hours. So where's all the food going?
The omelet station or the ice cream station?
I think that depends on the time of day.
I'm going with the omelets.
We'll be at the ice cream one.
That was my summer of '99. A lot of ice cream. Where were you in the summer of '99?
On tour.
Yeah.
And on behalf of the entire world, welcome back, Creed.
Woo!
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
We love you guys.
We've been waiting so long.
They can take us higher.
There you go. Karaoke's beginning now.
Karaoke, she's
now.
practicing. She's practicing.
Next summer, tour, cruises, World Series, you name it, and much more. We can't thank you guys enough. Please come back soon, and we'll see you guys on the high seas.
Can't wait to see you guys out there. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, man. See you there.
All right, when we come back, we've got the top 3 videos of the week that you voted for right here on Access TV on the Power Hour.
My sacrifice.
Welcome back to the Power Hour here on Access TV, your source for all things rock and metal. I'm Matt Pinfield.
Josh Bernstein.
Katie Babs.
And it's time to look at the countdown so far and what you voted on this past week. Look at that Spirit Box debut. It's incredible.
Coming in hot.
I would love to see them make a music video for the rock remix of Cobra that they did with Megan Thee Stallion, because I think that would kill it on our charts. But it's amazing. Like, the Power Hour is really getting their votes in.
And I'm so glad you're appreciating Spirit Box as much as the three of us do. What a great band.
We do love them. He even created a Spirit Box for Spirit Box.
I can't talk about it.
Well, coming in at number 3 this week, it was your number 1 spot last week from the Beatles. Now,
All right, that was the Beatles, but Now and Then is the number 3 spot. But then last week's number 3 is now inched up another notch to number 2, and that's the unsigned band with the Power Hour phenomenon, The Effect. Let's check them out.
At number 2, up 1 spot, there's The Effect and Unwanted. And it's time for our number 1 video.
Oh my God. Well, guys, this one, we couldn't do it without our good friends at Rockabilia. Now, very cool. The folks at Rockabilia have said, you head over there to their website right now, you type in the code POWERHOUR, you get 15% off. That's 5% from Matt, 5% from Katie, and 5% from me. Maybe some of it's 10% from Matt, some of it's 10% from Katie. I'm not really sure, but it's a Power Hour code. Head over there. You can get this amazing Keith Richards shirt. You can get a little Brian Warner, Marilyn Manson here. Ooh, a little Typo Negative.
They got everything, let's be honest.
You want and more. You tell them Josh, Matt, and Katie sent you over there right now. Get a 15% off code. And guys, I'm so excited. They're presenting the #1 video of the week. Can I get some hand drums?
Yeah!
And the #1 spot of the week is Tim Montana!
The devil you know! And there it is, our #1 video of the week. Tim Montana, Devil You Know. He's working on his new album as we speak, and he was recently a guest.
He did it.
Yeah, he got to #1, and we're so happy for Tim Montana.
There isn't a dry eye tonight at the Wise River Club in Montana.
Are we ever just gonna call him Tim? Probably not.
I think it's Timothy. Guys, before we head out, I want to see a little more of the new Set It Off video with Cody Carson and the boys. Let's see what they got.
Hanging on by the strings that you're pulling, so you cut me down just to push me around like a punching bag. Just another pot calling the kettle black. Take it out on some.
Well, that's a little bit of Set It Off's Punching Bag, the band from Tampa, and that's our show for this week. Coming up next week, our guests will include Perry Farrell, the legend from Jane's Addiction and Porno for Pyros.
Plus, Nancy Wilson from the legendary Heart. Ooh, Barracuda.
And we got Ian Astbury from The Cult.
For all of us here at the Power Hour, have a great week. I'm Matt Pinfield.
This has been Josh Bernstein.
And I'm Katie Babs, and we're so glad that we could take you higher.
That was a good ending.